Hi everyone, Cindy here. I am doing a video response to Sybil B, her paper challenge. So she wants to see how we store our paper and wants to know what our favorite papers are, and so I'm going to show you mine. This is my closet in my hallway, and I have some of these things, and I will admit I am a paper hoarder and a paper lover, so I have a lot of it, and I'm somewhat embarrassed, but it is what it is. I love paper. I don't have as much time as I would like to create the things I would, because I love to make mini albums and stuff, and I just haven't had the time. So anyways, long story short, I have a lot of paper. So this is where I store some of it. I have these 12 by 12 storage things. And this is, sorry about the lighting, mostly my graphic 45. I do have some crepe paper in here. A lot of the stuff I got at Tuesday morning. Sorry. So that's that. Here. Okay. So now I am going to take you into my craft room. So I'm going to cover you up. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, now we're in my craft room, and kind of behind my door, that's what you heard. I have this shelf, and this has a lot of my 12 by 12 papers and my 6 by 6. The bottom shelf right here is mostly my holidays, like my Christmas, Halloween, mostly that, because that's, and Valentine's. And then some of this is some of the bigger paper pads that you get at Hobby Lobby. Me and my big ideas, kind of the stuff I bought earlier on when I first started scrapbooking, and I just kind of was buying what I liked, so, and I still like it, so anyways, and my 6 by 6, and there's some 8 by 8s in there too. Okay, and then I have in my hallway this cabinet. This was from my dad, which I absolutely love. He was an old, back in the day, a salesman, so he had a lot of samples. And this is one of the things he carried his samples in, and I absolutely love this piece. And I have a couple pieces in my house. So, I'll try not to make you sick, but in here I keep most of my like Prima and graphic 45, sorry, papers. 8 by 8 are right there. And then those are some of the embellishments. There is some October Afternoon in here. And then down here are the 6 by 6, mostly Prima papers. So that is what I keep in there. Okay? Now, I'm going to cover you up a little. Sorry. And I think my room is clean enough. I might do a an actual room tour. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so this is where I have problems. This is, sorry, I'm closing my door. It's squeaky. This is my die cuts with a view paper. And I do love die cuts with a view. And mostly they're older stuff. They're newer paper pads that I haven't really cared for, other than the Primrose. So mostly these are their older stacks. And a lot of these I actually got at TJ Maxx. So anyways, they're 12 by 12s. They're, sorry, hope I don't make you people sick. 12 by 12s, and then in between here are those little mini pads, some, what are they, 8 by 8s there. So that is my die cuts with a view. And then over in this next cabinet I have some K & Company that I bought, and those are, I got a lot of those at like Ross when they were carrying a lot of scrapbooking stuff. So And I do love K & Company, and it's really hard to find that anymore. Anyway, so, okay, I'm going to cover you up, bring you over here. And that's most of all my pattern paper, other than this one cabinet. Sorry. This, I keep my Prima A4s and 12 by 12. This is just another cabinet. Above there, right over there is where my die cuts with a view is. So right here is my Prima. And above there is some crepe paper and just some other ones. There are some, looks like 6 by 6 in there. Yeah, I got some organizing, and I have a problem, I know. Don't judge me. Okay, so here's my chipboard up there, and then these are a lot of, okay, these are I have some Webster's pages. My crepe paper, some Bo Bunny. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. Those kind of paper pads. My Echo Park. I love Echo Park. Love Echo Park. And then some of these that I've gotten off of, well, this is from Tuesday morning. And these other ones are from, that I got off of those discounted, like Peachy Cheap and Scrap Ace when they were in business, and some of those. So that is that. And then right next to that is my solid cardstock. Okay. Excuse me. So that is my solid cardstock. Okay. I think that's it. That's a lot, I know. I'll show you my owl. So there you go, Sybil. That is all of my paper. I'm just trying to make sure, thinking in my head that that's all of it, and I'm pretty sure. I do have one other spot that I have, but those are kits that I had gotten through a group. It was through Kathy Orta and Paper Phenomenon, and I bought her kits for a couple years, I think. And so there's paper in there and then a bunch of other things. So I'm not going to show you that, but there is some paper in there. So there you go, Sybil. That is my paper, and my favorite paper line is, I love the Tilda, but I don't own any. And partly because I haven't bought any is because it is very expensive, and I just don't think I would use it because I love it so much. So right now I'm just rationalizing buying it. It is gorgeous. I love it. That is my style. But I don't know if I would use it when I buy it. So, but I love Echo Park. I love crepe paper, die cuts with a view. So there is my paper stash. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, Sybil, for having this challenge, and we'll talk to you soon.